Benny. Where you go? Oh, good boy. Good boy.
You know what we need? We need a stream starting soon graphic.
Oh yeah. Do you want some tea?
Yes, but you have to serve it to me like this.
What kind of tea do you want?
I'll have the chamomile.
But Benson's leaving.
Yeah, he doesn't want any part of this. It's haunted. Can you believe it? Soul C1 2 nights in a row. Unbelievable. We're the next Dr. Disrespect. We got pressure cookers going over there. We just ate dinner, okay? Blue Apron, not sponsored. Blue Apron, we cleaned up our dishes. I said, I'm gonna make a 12-egg quiche. Who does that? Who does that, really? And then Elise was like, well, we gotta finish this fight. We're taking the fight back to Ghost in Taiwan. And we're gonna finish that fight. She said, hopefully this doesn't take too long, maybe 30 minutes and we'll be done. So we can relax. But we're doing it. Swimfellow already out the gate. Here's to Sweet Tunes and the Queen of Burger Valley. No time for the peasants of medicinal Duckburg. That's a callback to the last night's stream. Is it going to make that hissing sound the whole time? It might.
It's letting off pressure.
Derp. Derp.
Where's our dog? Is he still in?
Nah, he ran off. So he wants no part of this garbage.
It stopped.
That's okay. Did the thing go up?
I know, I'm just saying it.
We got an Instant Pot. And it's cooking. How many eggs do you think it's cooking,
Is it
Elise?
making medicinal duck?
No. No, it's not. Absolutely not.
What's Benson doing?
How many eggs do you think are in this? I'll let you guys guess. How many eggs do you think is in that Instant Pot right now?
What's he doing?
Quiche. He's sniffing around.
Does he see a ghost? Benny, come here. Come here, baby boy. Come in your bed.
These chairs are
Come
from
on to the
IKEA.
bed.
Elise bought them. She got me one. Got herself another. She wanted the pink ones. What's
Yeah, I
that?
think he's acting weird.
Does he see a ghost?
He doesn't like this song. Can you turn it down? Come in back here. Look.
I don't think he hates this.
Do you want the bed over here? Where do you want it? Benson, come here.
He's like, this is where Dad sits to yell.
Come here.
This is where brother Dad. 5 eggs, 9 eggs, 6 eggs.
I know
Superior
how many.
Mean is the only one who is remotely close.
Benson, where do you want this?
69 eggs. No way. 12. Well, no, 11 eggs, because Elise threw out that one. She just thought it was a bad egg. A whole carton. Carton's empty. Don't have a carton anymore. It's gone. All the eggs have been eaten. Yeah, so, just to recap. The other night, we played a little horror game. Elise played a little horror game. And we're going to get back in it. We're going to try and finish it. We don't know how much is left. I feel like there isn't too much left. We went to 1980, 1985, 1986. All the major years from Taiwan.
Show Benny.
There's Benson. He sees a ghost. Okay, that's Benson. He sees a ghost.
Oh, look how shy he is.
He's shy. He doesn't want to look at the camera. This is Elise's chocolate milk. Look at that. Chocolate scraps there. So, that's what life is. There he is. He's shy. He doesn't want to be seen. He can't be recognized. He's too shy. So we're gonna do this. You ready to do this? You ready to jump right in? If you hear a noise in the background, please ignore it. It is not a specter. It is in fact eggs.
I want to make sure Benny's okay, because he's, You want to go on the couch?
Steph, 97. Hope you're having a great night too. We'll see how great our night's going when we got these ghosts Can he do tricks? Yeah, of course. They're not to him. It's not tricks. Is he supposed to be on the couch? Is he supposed to be on that couch? What's he doing back there?
Can you see
Yeah.
him?
Well, not anymore.
Alright, not anymore, sorry.
That's a good boy. He's a good dog. You want to scratch? You want to scratch? Scratch his head. He likes getting his head scratched. Oh, yeah, right inside. Then take it down. Get his belly. Yeah, get his belly here. Alright. He's sitting down. He's probably not going to stay there. We got new mugs.
What do you mean?
Well, we showed off our mugs last time.
I mean, no. Mine's the same.
Benny can be on any couch he wants. I don't know about that. Don't know about that. You know, when we first got Benson, he was like, no, I'm not a couch dog. No, I'll sleep on floor. Not anymore.
There you go.
Now he's like, I'll be on the couch if you need
There's a
me.
coaster there.
Or in your bed. Thank you.
Is he's just sitting back there?
Yeah, he's back there.
At least I can't tell how
Yeah,
much they can see.
he's right there.
He's so funny.
He's dog ghost dog. Nice cactus. That's our Christmas cactus. We got a Christmas cactus this year, and we just kept the lights on it. We ain't got room for a tree. You kidding me? We live in that 12-egg, one-bedroom life. It's Taiwan.
No, I know the game is set to Taiwan.
So you think where you live in Japan?
Yeah.
No, we have a massive apartment for Japan, but basically a tiny apartment for everywhere else. What did we do to deserve dogs? Domesticated them. Cooked meat. We invented fire and we cooked meat. And they started wandering up. There's actually this game that I played. It's a board game. I guess you call it a tabletop game. And it's very minimalistic. It just has these little wood figures that you use. And it's about early, man, I guess, hanging around a fire. And they're trying to cook meat. But there's also dogs around them. But then you score points by domesticating the dogs. So when they lunge at you, you have enough meat that you can serve them meat. Fun game. I looked it up.
This is our song.
I was gonna say, this is your love song? Small houses are best houses. Well, it's not a house, my friend. All right. You want to do this? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
James is gonna finish it.
Maybe. We don't know how much longer.
Well,
there
no,
is
I
in the
mean,
game.
I played to this point.
Meat Stories by James Willems. It's not my autobiography, because at some point someone will have written numerous biographies. Oh, so here's 3 things: doorways, nostalgia, and devotion, which is the name of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get going. How much time it say on my 20 minutes? Pressure cooker's the same thing as cooking something inside of Earth. You think about that? That's how you make diamonds. Oh, we should make some diamonds. How long would you have to pressure cook something to make a diamond? Someone Google that.
I beseech you, she,
你有没有看到什么？
Dr. Do.
I wish you could organize a play date between Benson and my dogs. He'd probably hate it. No offense. All right, so I remember this is the river candles.
那是美心的原声。烛火怎么样？
We had the river of candles and the eyeballs, the Gatsby's in the eye.
火在闪
Sky.
烁，
Yeah.
代表他现在魂不附体。
Don't get turned around. It's really easy to get turned around.
This is where I come
Okay.
and
看
pray.
到什么？有看到美心吗？
Oh, my spine.
那你
What's
要
wrong
找
with your spine?
看有没有
Everything.
阴影
Elise has really bad traps.
看有没有
I got-
空隙
Really
Yeah.
bad traps. Like,
I always have swollen.
Sometimes when people say that, like, oh, they're in pain or they're hurting, I'm like, get over it. But, like, you can feel, like, if you push in here, they're, like, rock solid. She carries her stress in her shoulders. And her head weighs a lot.
No, I have a very small head.
But it's dense.
I have a very small head.
But maybe it's dense.
And,
What are the buttons? Just click.
You have a big head. Right?
Do I?
So, this is
I
the
feel
thing.
like I have a small head for the size of my body, which is massive.
Well, that's what. No, so you have a big head, right?
Oh.
But you
mean ego.
you have a big body too.
You mean ego.
No. You have a large cranium.
Uh-huh.
You've got a big body.
Uh-huh.
But your big head makes your body look small. Like if your head was smaller, your body would look bigger. Because my head is small. You know, my body. I have a very tiny body, but like a squirt body.
What?
Duh83 Full wants to know, are Benson and Samson friends? Actually, Benson is Samson's brother, father, uncle.
I hung out the other Friday.
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago, or yeah, I guess it was like a week ago, Vicky had something to do on this side of town for a couple hours. So she asked if we could just like take Samson.
James as the face for playing a character in a World War II show / movie.
You have an old timey face.
Maybe. Everyone always sends me the picture of that guy down the time machine. Man from the future.
But anyway, so Benson and Samson hung out for a little bit. Hey, Cody. Lisa's so baked. I'm
Captain Sauce.
not baked at all. I wish I was.
Head shrinking drugs, not body growing drugs.
I guess I could get high during the stream. Who's good? The government gonna come for me? This is California.
Can't find you. I don't know where you live.
I don't find that like using a vape pen. I have some friends that grow their own weed, and that shit is
She's narc over here.
serious. But I don't find that the vape really does much.
You don't need drugs to have a good time. You just need alcohol.
Katie Bacon says Eric says hi too. He's playing Destiny.
Oh, hi, Eric. Ooh. Is this from Ghostbusters? Oh, that's scary. This is like God of War. And then it reminds me of something else too, but I don't know what it is. Oh. There's a old, I don't know what year it's from, but an Uncle Scrooge Christmas Carol cartoon that's really, really scary. And there's a scene where Jacob Marley looks outside to show him all the people and what they're doing in the afterlife and suffering. And he goes to the window and he looks out, and it's really scary, scared me as a kid. There's a couple cartoons I watched from I don't know when that scared me. Like the, what's the story about the ghost? He was like a lord or something, and then he lost his love because they got into an argument, and then she rode off on a carriage, and then it crashed. It's
You're
like,
losing me.
it's the name of his castle or his place, and he's like the ghost of something, and then this young family moves in, like 100 years later. And then he like befriends the little girl.
Couple things here. Gabrielle, you don't have to donate anything to us.
Yep.
Gracias.
That's it. The art style though is also really well. It's like paper cutouts.
Someone asked whether you've ever walked out of a movie. I walked out of. Well, I left during.
I'm happy about this.
Didn't I leave? I left during.
Yes, and I'm not happy about it.
What?
Several great films.
Then I left during Gods of Egypt, right?
And
I left during the new Mummy, the Tom Cruise Mummy. I left.
Oh
Shit.
Game crashed.
Okay.
I was like, I can't do anything.
Hector. Yeah, really don't
I don't
have
think
to.
it's
Thanks,
saved.
Hector.
I don't think it's saved.
Someone asked if Steve Zaragoza is organic. I love Steve Zaragoza. I've never met him in person. But I really enjoy the vibe he gives off.
What vibe is that?
Just, fun loving. Wants everyone in the world to be happy.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I don't know what's gonna send us again. That was a hard crash. Take the wheel. Yeah, take the reins.
Stretch my body.
Take the reins.
Just my back.
I think we have to do all that again.
Leon says the ghost of medicinal duck.
No. What's the name of it? The ghost of something.
陆先生，你有没有看到什么？
What are my thoughts on Chris Hemsworth portraying Hulk Hogan in the Netflix biopic?
An Australian portraying an American hero? Question mark.
Okay. I mean, we already have. Who cares? Tom Holland's British, right?
Mario Roops wants to know when we're gonna collab with Ashley Birch.
我在闪烁。
I collab with
Yeah,
Ashley
on the
Birch
weekends.
every day in my friendship, but
We don't got to do it on
I mean,
camera.
有看到我
she is very busy.
那你要
She
看有没有你女儿的痕迹。
is, as you might know, she's on a new show, and but I would always love
No, not the ghost
to
of Monte
have
Cristo.
her in any capacity. The ghost in Mr. Chicken.
No.
It's Don Knotts. Do you guys know Don Knotts? I love Don Knotts
You
movies when
kids
I was
know
a kid.
Don Knotts. You remember Don Knotts?
I love Don Knotts.
He's almost as funny as Andy Griffith.
Look at Chunker.
有光。
Jerry,
就跟着光走
please.
Stop it, Jerry.
有看到什么就讲出来。
Yeah, Jerry, you probably were pretty excited when you saw Hulk Hogan.
Hulk
Biopic
Hogan
coming.
got forgotten by WWE. I don't think that's true.
I think he kind of excommunicated himself.
The Canterville Ghost. That's it. Thank you, Captain Sauce. Canterville Ghost. But there's a specific version of the Canterville Ghost
船是不是
that used to play all the time in the 90s around Halloween. That was like, it looked like weird paper cutouts. And they moved real weird.
恭请慈姑观音引路。
Canterville Ghost. This is
I was like, chat, giving some serious Don Knotts love tonight.
I don't know who he is. I think he's some sort of mafia leader for ropes.
你走过去。
Oh yeah, your neck bothering you?
Hmm?
I said your neck bothering
Telling
you.
me?
Yeah.
And my whole back is always.
Oh. Come to Chicago this summer. That's not a lot of time. Benson.
John Russell
John
loves
Russell
you,
loves you.
Benson. Good boy. Can they see him back
有
there?
看到特别的地方。
Ethan wants to know if we
Hemsworth.
care about the Oscars.
Jerry thinks he'll like Hemsworth Hogan more than actual Hogan.
Wait, is that Andy?
做条。
Is that San Francisco's own Andy Cortez?
No.
Kind of Funny's breakout star.
He's gotta
Andy
be-
Cortez.
Someone that big has got to be too busy for this.
他们在上面
I don't know if anyone in the chat is a kind of funny fan, but Andy Cortez, before he went to Kind of Funny, he was a Rooster Teeth alum, and
Barely.
Rooster Teeth's loss was Kind of Funny's game because Andy Cortez is hilarious. We did stand up with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's wonderful. You're probably gonna see him in some Funhouse stuff soon. But Andy, what's your channel? What's your Twitch?
有没有路？有阶梯。
Because Andy Twitch streams regularly, and if there's any channel I could recommend, it would be Andy Cortez. Also, it was just Andy's birthday last week, so if you wanted to wish him,
Everything's coming up, Andy.
if you want to wish him happy birthday in the chat, it's not too late.
Last time.
It's not too late.
Yeah, we made it through. Made it through to the dark side.
这是地狱惩罚罪人的地方，这边和你没有关系，不要
So
碰
we're in
任何
hell
东西
now.，
赶快走过去。
Oh, you get to do some overhead lift in hell. That's pretty cool.
别担心，你女儿不在这里。
isn't here.
Oh, that's bad.
Who are these people?
I got you, dog.
Andy Cortez on Twitch. Just ANDYCORTEZ. Or twitch.tv/Andy Griffith.
Hey, thanks for the birthday. Thanks. Appreciate it.
你只要看好自己的脚步。
It's people. Oh, bridge. What's going on here? They're holding the bridge for me.
Benson, Lenny, good boy.
What if I just rolled that ottoman
停下
over?
来，继续走。
He wouldn't like that. Not what he wants. He wants to
Ma-
be close enough to watch, but not
Mason-
necessarily involved.
Mason Turner wants to know who would fight, Benson or Clifford.
The big red dog?
Yeah.
Probably Clifford. Benson would try and hump him,
Yeah.
and then he'd get bit.
Benson would feel threatened.
你走出来了。
I just gotta get to the tree. This is about a girl? Are the eggs done? Great question. No, not yet. I need to look. I need to look up and see. Actually, you closed the book already, but I need to look up in the book and see when, how long to let it depressurize before I turn it off. This is a big
Take a
experiment.
little sleep.
要先内观自己，你要走进自己的心。
Today was a long day.
It was. Every day is a long day.
I gotta
There you
go
go,
to.
Ghost Man.
We're gearing up for Arizona Circle.
This reminds
To
me
shoot?
of
It reminds me
Ito.
of. It reminds me of when Mr. Burns became the alien on Simpsons, and then he was like, he walked out.
I was thinking like the Fault of Kanagawa or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah. The tree where they go into the rock,
the
the
rock.
roadside. Anyway, I gotta go to Austin all next week.
What am I supposed to do?
You could stream.
Stream, but for who? For whom? Oh, did it freeze again? This is what happened last time. It's saved, but I still have to, if I have to walk through every world twice. There's a crash!
Fuck.
What's wrong with this game? Maybe no one's made it this far before. Wait for it to respond.
I bring you peace.
Can you grab that book?
Mm-hmm.
So I can see how long I gotta let my eggs depressurize. Just pick my book here. 1,000,001 James Willems Recipes by James Willems. Released naturally for 10 minutes. Crashed again.
This dog just wants to be held.
Uh-huh.
Look at him.
Hold on.
He just wants to be held.
We all just want to be hell. Hesher wants you to give Benson a treat.
He'll get up if I do though.
Yeah.
I'll give him one at the end.
Man, how did we play all yesterday with not a single crash and now it crashes?
Because the game has blown up in popularity.
I don't think
We're
that's-
playing it locally, but it still can't support it.
So 10 minutes. Then I need to open it and let it settle. Then wearing heat-resistant mitts, grab the handles of the steam rack and lift the container. And cover the omelet.
Something awesome. I probably will like film other stuff while I'm there. I'm going there for pre-production, but I probably will
这
film
是地
some
狱
stuff
惩罚罪人的
in
地方
Austin.。
这边和你没有
At
关
least
系
they'll，
不要
fun
碰任何
stuff. I
东
get
西，
stuck in
赶快
walking
走过去
simulator。over here. Is that your Christmas tree? If you're referring to our cactus, it is our Christmas cactus.
Like I just liked the lights on it, so I kept it.
Mm-hmm. Everything looks nice.
It was just fun. I'm not a super Christmassy person, but it just gives him a little bit of flair.
他们生前都是罪人，不用同情，你只要看好自己的脚步。
Someone asked how I got the chrysalis shirt that I wore in a video recently. I got it a long time ago.
不要停下来，继续走。
How's my deadlift doing? You know, not as good as I would like. Started kind of like hurting myself, so I backed off a little bit. I'm trying to focus on conditioning again. So, don't worry. Don't worry. When I hit some big numbers, I'll let you know.
Kay Bacon directing an ad for cocaine at school.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, for cocaine?
Well, Christmas candy. You know?
That's weird. I mean, it's an easy sell.
The devil's sugar.
Nick Stoss.
As I call it.
How's Arizona Circle coming along? I just watched the first episode and it was hilarious.
Oh, thank you. Well, we are in pre-production right now.
Mm-hmm. There are scripts.
Yeah.
Production process takes way. What I've learned is that the production process takes. I mean, I knew the production process takes way longer, but in terms of expectations of the audience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I think it's a little different too because we're working across states.
There we go.
这边看到的就是你的内心，你要找到往上走的路，这条路会带你走到内心深处。
Alright, we're in a cave now. More walking. It's saved. So hopefully it won't crash again on the next level.
I'm just gonna move him a little bit.
Where are you moving him to?
那边有你的元成功，你的元神就在里面。
You can hear him. I can
等
hear
一
him
下，
sighing
你要
in
用
there.
元神去感应慈姑观音。
Here he comes.
I don't know how much. I don't know if Ancient knows
You're gonna
that.
fall off. You're gonna fall off.
Oh, spike room.
看到门了吗？进了门之后就要靠你自
Oh, it's
己。
a pen. Because I'm a
不管
writer.
遇到什么都不要理他。
I must ignore
有什么事
anything and
情
everything. If
就
you run
念
into
慈
trouble,
姑观音
mantra.
的心咒。
Wait, you. Should I be ignoring
不
this?
可能，不可能有死路。慈姑观音封死了一条路，就一定会指引一条更好的给你。
Alright, we'll go this way. Ooh. We're almost back to the apartment. Oh. Easy.
哎，哎，杜风雨，
Is that who I've been playing this whole time?
是我啊！几年不见都不记得我了吗？你还
Careful, they're
记得
distracting you.
那朵花吗？
I can see both.
我种的那朵。
I don't trust any of you.
我喜欢那朵花，天天盯着它看。每次掉了一
There we
片
go.
花瓣，
Pirates are just here for Benson. I don't blame them.
重新
You guys saw Roma? Yeah, we saw Roma.
Mm-hmm.
花黄了，枯了。
I don't even know what to win Best Picture. I hope that they go,
终于让小花开
we made a mistake. We forgot to add Paddington 2.
宝贝它。
So Paddington 2 wins.
可是我告诉
Was
你，
Death of Stalin nominated for a screenplay?
I don't know if it was nominated for anything.
Laker Lane wants to know if you're getting an RIP Kokopo tattoo, James. Yeah,
I don't think
actually. Do
Yeah, no, yes.
you have to do something over this?
I just need to let it keep going for 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Did you set another? You want me to set a timer for it?
吧，
Sure, or we can just look at it.
让我们都是做
What's that going on? That's
What?
it.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Or we can just look at it?
It'll count up from 0.
It does?
Yeah.
去吧，就在前面，
Oh,
去挽回你的心
you。want me to go this way? Sure. He doesn't like when I go the wrong way. Favorite movies from 2018: Paddington 2,
Oh my god.
Into the Spider-Verse,
Can't.
Death of
Too much.
Stalin, Infinity War, to name a few. Which was my daughter.
Yeah, those are. I really liked Paddington and Death of Stalin.
Oh,
I really liked the. It's fine. I really liked the. Isle of Dogs.
Isle of Dogs, yeah.
I like Stars Born.
Stars Born, yeah. I like Black Panther, but I don't think Bruce is blown away by it as some people. Bruce really loved Black
Not
Panther.
a 2018, but I loved Alita Battle Angel, you guys. I wasn't on Filmhouse. I had a meeting, so I couldn't be on Filmhouse this week. Wherein they talk about Alita Battle Angel.
We discuss our thoughts. Me, John, and Jacob, and Dan.
And do I love Alita Battle Angel because it's a masterpiece? No. It is definitely far from a masterpiece.
But neither is the Mona Lisa.
现在慈姑观音亲自显身，
But
美心的魂就在这里。
it was a wonderful
你要
viewing
诚心对
experience.
慈姑观音发愿，来帮助你的女儿。
Sam Holbrook says that they listened to the Conan podcast all day at work. It was hilarious, giving new perspectives. That's awesome. Did you hear it from us? Because I thoroughly love that Conan podcast. For comedy podcast recommendations, people have been telling me that the David Tennant podcast is pretty good. So I'll probably listen to that.
Who's telling us that?
Omar was saying. So I was telling him about Conan.
Oh, I can finally eat cereal again.
I mean, if you want something funny to just listen to, and you maybe have an Audible account, I always find David Sedaris books really fun to listen to.
I don't want to do that. Oh, wait. On to you. Oh, I'm committing seppuku? Even though I'm from Taiwan?
Okay.
Cutting the head off. I cut myself real bad.
Richard Wilt says, my wife and I rented Paddington and Paddington 2 purely because James has talked about it for the past year and it did not disappoint.
Especially that. Oh, I cut out my eye.
Chris says Dana Carvey on Conan was the funniest podcast they've ever heard. I loved Dana Carvey when I was a kid, and I thought he was a great guest.
Yeah.
But the Will Ferrell one, when Will Ferrell in the first episode was talking about his performance at the Hollywood Bowl, I was laughing out loud. I thought that was great. Rockman says UNC is destroying Duke. Celebrate with some
All right.
Bojangles.
Nice.
Bojangles is like the biscuits, right?
Yeah, those are the biscuits that got you nauseous at 6 in the morning.
Well, James, I was in North Carolina with him visiting his family, and his best friend brought us Bojangles biscuits, but it was 7 a.m. and he brought this chicken biscuit that had gravy all over it.
Gravy biscuit.
And I was like, there's no way.
Bless you. That came out of nowhere. It surprised you.
Excuse me.
What am I supposed to do
Sorry.
with that?
But yeah, I was like, there's no way.
Hook my nose.
Just pull your brain out through your nose.
He's punishing himself. Uh-oh. He cut out his eye. Now he's cutting out his tongue. Alright, here we go. One big move. Is that how you get your tongue out? I feel like, ooh, I don't like that. This doesn't seem like a good way to get your tongue out.
Yeah, I feel like you should cut it out and not pull it off.
Yeah, that's not gonna pop out. It's super strong.
Will Tom Howard come back to
Big ol'
Inside
Tom.
Gaming? Because they wants to know.
Will Tom Howard come back to Inside Gaming? He never left.
Yeah, he was always.
Tom's been with
didn't-
us since the beginning.
He didn't know that Inside Gaming, that they left Machinima. You know, Benson's so despondent. Benson, you good boy?
I'm telling you, this is what he wants. He wants to be close enough to know that we're close, but he also wants to be entirely comfortable.
现在美心的心神已经
How much more do I have to give to this little girl?
Everything.
I
I have nothing
从
left.
哪里开始的，就回到
I'm
那
gonna
里
go see
就
Benson.
结。
I have nothing left. Now cut off your balls so that way your girl can have balls. He punished himself when his wife left. He took it out on himself. He's too devoted. Oh, look, this statue has an old-timey megaphone just so that way they can hear like old people. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's scissors. That would have been useful for the tongue, honestly. Who's he talking to?
Benson doesn't know this, but he has to go to the cardiologist tomorrow, get his heart meds.
I don't know what they're gonna do. Did they say what they're gonna do? They're gonna have to test him?
No, I think they just have to examine
Again, he should have used the hooks on his hand, and then the scissors on his tongue.
But
It would have been way easier.
The last time we took Benson to the cardiologist, we had to leave him there for a few hours so they could do some tests. And we came back, and we left, and he was like terrified to be left there alone, and he didn't want us to leave. And then we came back, and he was like sitting happily with like all the ladies working there, and told us that he had gone and like sat on the feet of everyone in the room, and he was getting treats from all of them.
He's easily bought. Let's put it that way. A vital offering. I was home this whole time. I was just praying. Oh, who's that old guy?
Looks like you.
He's got some pubes. He's the new fur boy.
The Guanling Rite is the ritual of
Alright, go ahead. Sorry.
Write down their address and horoscope.
Okay. Sounds like a scam. And their credit card number. Alright, so that's
Whoa, Jacob says get a burger for the Burger Queen. You gotta buy me a burger now.
What time is it at?
Narkill says Elise is the bad boy of Funhouse. What is your favorite rock or metal band? James can answer too, but if he gives Elise his lunch money, his like burger money.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. Probably Arcade Fire. Just rock, I guess.
Rock band, not group of crybabies. Mine's Motley Crue. You watch the trailer for Dirt?
No, not yet. I was reading about it this morning.
Or as I call it, Bohemian Crap City.
That's what they should have called. The Motley Crue. Yo, Kurt the Crab. Dr. Strangelove, just wondering if you guys have watched any Stanley Kubrick movies, and if so, which? May your Scrabbles be plenty, and thanks for all the good vids.
I think I've seen most of them.
I haven't seen Eyes Wide Shut.
I've seen Eyes Wide Shut.
To be honest. Hesher love it. I really recommend the South Korean movie called Cold Fish. This game reminds me of it. It's a horror movie, I imagine, then. Pantaloon, I too have seen Arcade Fire live.
Whoa, challenge. Oh, look at that toilet. That's the dream. That's the dream.
Bob Dole says Arcade Fire is indie or maybe alt, bro.
Wow. Watch out. Remember how indie they were when they were performing at the Hollywood Bowl?
Yeah.
For $1 billion?
Laker Link, no, haven't played any Sherlock Holmes games on the Sega CD.
On the Sega CD?
DeWindy, we have been watching Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
Because I really love those comics.
Mm-hmm.
And Gabriel Ba.
Mm-hmm.
Pantaloon says Win Butler splashed water on them.
What? Oh, that's nice. Do you guys listen to any EDM? We actually listen to all of it.
Passed Out Gamer says that we get them and their coworker through 12-hour shifts at work.
It's a long shift.
Yeah, I hope you guys don't have to do that forever.
Also, Passed Out Gamer is an appropriate username.
Yeah.
It's in a water bowl.
Gigantic Antics wants to know if we like Bill Burr. Some of his
Yeah,
comedy.
I generally do. I haven't. I'm not like a Bill Burr fanatic because he's like the last of
The
the true
old school
stand-ups.
comics, yeah. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, he's a little brash, but
Who isn't?
Danny Kelsey says that they've been listening to Inside Gaming, or they've been watching since the Inside Gaming days. I want to say hey,
Oh, hey.
and get your thoughts on Bohemian Rhapsody.
We watched like 40 minutes and then stopped.
It was a tough 40 minutes.
I was not crazy about it. I do think people got kind of caught up in the hype, the prospect of there being a movie about Queen, and not necessarily the quality of a movie about Queen. It's pretty silly.
Sean says that they help run a second-year local Comic-Con in New York. From someone who would be the equivalent of an invited, flown-out guest, from a guest perspective, what do you most look forward to at a comic convention? I really like just the opportunity to go around and like peruse the show floor myself, because like RTX is awesome. Like there's no experience that can match or you could trade for an RTX, but we don't
know. We did the Void Star Wars VR once. What time is it? You gotta release.
It says 12 minutes.
All right, you gotta hit the button on the top. No, yeah. That's push it. Not the silver thing.
Push this back.
The black button. Push it down. Now let it do that.
And, you just let it
And
sit.
then, well, when the silver stopper
All right.
drops,
Can we take it out?
now you need to. Where's the book? Yeah, open it. And then take the lid off. Careful. And then just let it sit there for a little bit.
Yeah, like RTX is an unmatchable experience, but like we don't get to just kind of like go around the show floor.
Nope.
and-
I mean,
and
the
so-
only time we get to go through the show floor is when we're being escorted from one side to the other, and we specifically ask the Guardian to take us through the center so we can see what the convention
Yeah,
looks
so like if you can kind of like put in, if you have guests, if you can kind of like put time in their schedule for them to do
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
I'm sure that they'd enjoy it. Rockman, I think the studio is really great. Like I think it's optimal for what they need, and it's pretty much like almost to what we had at Game Trailers toward the end.
Or for Easy Allies.
Yeah, it's really really nice.
Missing.
The only thing that kind of I think is hard is they don't have any built-in infrastructure for IT, or it's like kind of all falls on Ian, which it's kind of tough.
What am I missing?
We totally watched the Chappelle Show.
Yeah.
I think everyone watched the Chappelle Show.
Yeah. I like the Chappelle Show a lot. I think his most, like, the standout sketches that everyone knows are great. But I his stand-up, him just talking is just, like, my favorite version of Dave Chappelle.
I loved Half Baked so much when I was in high school. I thought it was the funniest thing ever, and I don't like stoner humor. But it's not the stoner humor of Half Baked that makes it funny.
Yeah. Well, it's like they are stoners.
But the
so-
situations are funny too.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know when that opened or why.
Do you need the music or the sound?
I don't think so.
Who's your favorite late night show host? Conan, all the way.
You're not Jay
Always
Leno?
Conan.
I thought you were Jay Leno.
Jay Leno. We saw Conan do his tour in 2010. 2010? Yeah, I think it was 2010. Or 9.
Stuck in this building. So we gotta clean up this place.
You gotta move faster.
That's a fire hazard.
You gotta move faster.
Trying.
好，你听我说，你先把蛇酒准备好。
Where's the snake one? Is that a real thing? Snake
Hunter
one?
wants to know, would you ever audition for SNL? I audition for SNL every morning in the mirror.
Yeah. We try.
It's never gonna happen.
We try.
会好，别担心，要坚定，心诚则灵。
What if SNL came and they were like, we can only take one of you, and then they broke a broom and they threw the two pieces. Lauren threw the two pieces down in front of us. What would you do?
喂，你好
I。guess you do it. Heat says, I wish Conan would do a travel show already. I hope you're joking. I assume you are
I
joking.
think he's joking.
Soul Reaper, here's $2 from a 22-year-old. Come the 22nd.
What about Craig Ferguson?
I a long time ago heard some stuff about Craig Ferguson that wasn't awesome.
Whoa, rumors.
That won't spread rumors among the Hollywood elite. Sorry about Venom.
Sorry about Venom.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry about Venom.
Sam says, you two always make me laugh. Buy a Kit Kat on me.
With an expensive Kit Kat.
Sam said, give me a break. Give me a break. Break yourself off a piece of that.
Hey, break yourself. They need to get young and hip is the problem. Kit Kat's too old. You know, young and hip. They go, hey, break yourself.
Austin says,
Hey, we're
two
back in
questions.
the
Have you ever
apartment.
listened to the Ron Burgundy podcast? No, I should, though. And will Funhouse ever come to Toronto? Two Funhouse go to Toronto
All the time.
once a year, at least.
We're there, baby. Live and in person. Oh, number one. We got number one.
Jordan says, what about Graham Norton? My first experience with Graham Norton was when I was like 13 and I would watch Father Ted. Well, I shouldn't. So like 20 years ago. Because people will always go, they'll say, oh, I did that when I was like 16, but I'm like, I don't know how old you are, and I have no frame of reference for it. But anyway,
Where's my Taiwanese
so
photos?
my perception of Graham Norton has always been of his character from Father Ted, JD,
Which is-
JD. Oh
JD,
my God!
you don't
Please,
gotta do
please,
that,
please,
JD.
please, get a refund.
You can take that back.
King RT says, please put this towards the street for Benson. Guy must need heart meds because everyone's got so much love for him. That's so sweet. Thank you. He actually has an enlarged heart. That's why he needs the meds and a leaky valve.
Leaky valve.
But, you know, and
when you have a leaky valve, your heart has to pump harder to compensate for the valve, and so it gets bigger. And so that's why some people get enlarged hearts.
but probably
An
the
enlarged
love.
heart is not
It's
a
probably
great
the
heart.
love.
So Graham Norton.
I have been to the Hockey Hall of Fame and Museum years ago when I was a kid. But I mean, yeah, he just has to take heart medicine for the rest of his life.
Graham Norton?
Benson. But I guess so. His cardiologist tells us you have to, you have to bring your dog for a checkup every year, regardless.
Well, she said that the medicine she was like, it's good, but it's also a new medicine. I remember when she gave it to us. She was like, it's a new medicine. So we just want to make sure it's effective. So we should still schedule more checkup. It's not like, oh, he's taking the pills, it's good. She's like, this one doesn't have the symptoms of the previous heart medicines, but it's still new, and we want to make sure it's just as effective on a dog his size and everything. So they told us, I remember they told us to make sure that when he sleeps, he doesn't breathe fast.
Matthew, I think you're talking about Graham Linehan, not Graham Norton.
What?
Well, the
That was
state.
before I knew how much of a garbage transphobe.
I think you're talking
Norton
about
was.
Graham Linehan, who created IT Crowd
Is he a
and
transphobe?
Father Ted. Graham Norton was just no. Well, Graham Linehan has very like radical opinions.
Does
on
he?
str-
I thought he was
yes.
pretty progressive.
Uh,
I think he said several. I don't know, but I feel like he said several times about how much he's like, I'm gonna quit Twitter because of how much it's letting like conservative people's like, I don't know.
I mean he definitely has issues with children entering like transgender therapy and stuff.
Who?
Graham Linehan.
Oh.
That guy that games wants to know when we're coming to the East Coast. We kind of did when we did the Let's Play Live tour. You know, we took it down the East Coast.
It was kind of the East
Yeah,
Coast. I mean, they
sort
told
of.
us, we were like, we're gonna do an East Coast tour, and we're like, that's cool. And I told my parents, I was like, oh, I'll find whatever the nearest show is. But it was kind of New Jersey, Baltimore, which are like right there, and then drove past the entire East Coast, and then did 2 shows in Florida.
Yeah.
So I could understand someone who's like, that wasn't an East Coast tour.
Yeet for who would you cast in the Owlboy movie adaptation? I don't know. The Howl from Harry Potter, I think. Vindit music. Will you guys ever be coming to the UK again? I'm sure we will.
Well, I mean, the only reason we went the first time is because there was a Kickstarter for us to go that a bunch of people put together. There's a lot of places that we get sent to that Lisa and I would just like to visit.
John Russell is starting their shift at the hospital. See you in 36 hours. Hang on there. Hang on. People need you, and they appreciate it.
Patrick Wilson for Owlboy.
Cliffs of Dover, how long do you think it will take for Joseph Gordon-Levitt's career to skyrocket? I was really proud of myself for Joseph Gordon-Levitt. What is happening?
Rock music.
Yeah, this is the rock music I should be listening to.
Okay, fine.
Mac wants to know any thoughts on Kingdom on Netflix, or is the zombie concept growing stale? We watched the first episode of Kingdom. I liked it fine.
Someone went and said, listen, I will make the Korean version of Game of Thrones. That's what that was sold as Korean Game of Thrones.
Maybe, yeah.
Which I think is fine. But it's just funny because you're watching it.
Pantaloon Stew says they're going to South Central Cali over spring break. Any suggestions on what to do? I mean, if the weather's great, the beach, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do anything like cool and young.
There's pretty good food.
Yeah,
in Southern
eat as much as you
California.
can.
That doesn't get a lot of credit.
Walker Sorrell, have y'all ever heard of a comedian called Dan Cummins? Honestly, he sounds like James. It threw me off at first, not to mention he's hilarious.
I hear him every time I
No,
talk.
I don't know.
No, I've never heard of him. But I hear he has a great voice.
What
My
is
eggs.
going on?
Well, we released her.
How long are the eggs supposed to be there for?
I mean, it's just supposed to cool.
I can't tell you.
Oh, she pissed.
Brooke says, hey, for me and my Mav, my husky again. Is Mav short for like Maverick?
Yeah.
James, would you cosplay as Bonesaw from Spider-Man, please?
People are now asking me who's going to be playing Macho Man Randy Savage in the Hulk Hogan movie.
We should cast that, but first, Tonto says, how it do? It do.
It do.
It the guan. It the guan. Steph says, I've got to head out for the night. Frank, thanks for the great stream. It's always so chill to watch both of you. Thank you, Steph.
Thanks.
Thank you, Steph.
We did it.
Who played Macho Man? Probably Remy Malek.
Well,
I'm just kidding. They need someone big.
I was going to say, if Chris Hemsworth is playing Hulk Hogan, then Chris Evans should play Macho Man.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo, actually, could be Macho Man, because when he was in
That's it?
We Beat It.
That's it.
We
No
got
more
to the rock
final
thing at the
scares.
end.
No more
It stopped being
final
scary
spooks.
after a while. When we, or was it? That was the movie with Channing Tatum. Fire.
Flunk with me.
No, it's the one about the wrestler, based on the true story. Mark Ruffalo's like unrecognizable in that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Foxcatcher.
What if it's Chris Hemsworth as Hulk Hogan,
Okay.
and then the guy from Rush that played the race car driver whose face got...
Oh, the German
I
guy?
forget his name.
So they come back again? Rivals again?
Yeah.
It's gotta be some. I think it's gotta be something big. What if it's Henry Cavill? Played Macho Man Randy Savage.
That's good. Nah. What ethnicity is Macho Man? Like,
Dream
what's
casting.
his background?
His last name is Poffo. So you
He's
tell
Italian?
me. Yeah, maybe Italian. Randy Poffo. I gotta check my eggs.
Put it on Benson. Yeah, put it on Benson.
This is Benson's song. Jason Statham is Stone Cold. James, who's your favorite DBZ character? Vegeta, of course. No question. I don't think China's gonna make it into that one. Randy Savage is from the rough lands of northern Wisconsin.
He really wants to be held tonight.
Mm-hmm. 45 Raiders started Robinhood. So if you're talking about the app, hopefully it's working out for you. Be conservative. The stock market isn't for quick gains. It is for supplemental long-term income over time.
The final spooks?
Narkil's gas prices. What's wrong with the gas prices?
Scares, huh?
I think it just got surreal. It wasn't so much scary as it was trying to some catharsis. Jeff B, James, thanks for getting you back into the gym. At least thanks for all the laughs. You didn't get him into the gym. Keep it up. Looking forward to the new year content. Least I can do is send some of my inferior Canada bucks your way. Appreciate you guys. It's not inferior. Thank you for sharing.
But you really don't have to give us money.
Yeah.
You can put it on full, put it on Benson.
I just want to make sure there wasn't anything else at the end. I didn't get all the scraps of paper, I don't think.
You gonna go back into it?
No. I wonder if Bruce is playing Apex Legends tonight. Oh! Do you think they'll do a Christmas update?
What is that person? Oh, so
He was just sitting in front of a couch dealing with all that in his head.
wow.
All that.
Wow.
Well, we made it. We did it. I gotta check my eggs. You guys wait right here.
Chunker. Chunker. He just wants to be held tonight. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You good boy, Benny. You good boy.
Can you push this?
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay, hold on, that's long. There's even a place to put it down. Let's take a look at this quiche. Whoa! Wow!
Sean, any good game plots adaptable enough for film? I think someone should make a Katamari Damacy movie about the relationship between the king and the prince. But that's just me. I was gonna show you his egg.
Can you see it? Look at that. It's broccoli. There's the side. There's some juice in the bottom though. Oh god. Hopefully it cooked all the way through.
I gotta tilt it for Benny. There he is.
Made those eggs. Well, that's good timing. The eggs are done as soon as the game.
Benson.
He's too shy. Okay, he's real shy. He's terrified. He's worried that his identity is going to leak online.
Well, I'm glad that we finished. Oh, it's focus. I'm glad that we finished the game because I was worried that we wouldn't get an opportunity to go back to it.
There he goes.
Oh,
Majestic beast.
he wants to get. I can tell he wants to like get in bed and snuggle.
Got a good shot of that butthole as he's walking away. He covered himself with his tail.
I gotta go give Benson some attention.
Well,
I'm glad we finished it though.
we finished it. Thanks for it was a little shorter tonight.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It looks like the past two streams have held up pretty well, which is
Good.
good. Normally we get like internet issues, so that's pretty good. Maybe I'll play Apex Legends with Bruce
Tonight?
I don't know. Maybe
Did he
Bruce
ask you?
won't
Did he
play.
text you?
He may.
He texted you?
No, but he might. Maybe he will. Who knows?
But he hasn't.
Not yet, but maybe.
But he didn't. Seems like you're putting the horse before the cart there, my friend.
Putting the Bruce before the horse.
Let's check. This is my phone, but...
Oh, well. I guess
there's
we
your
can't
phone.
check.
Check your phone right here. One new message.
NCSU or UNC, James? UNC, dog. That's where I went.
One new message.
Is it from Bruce?
It's from Corey. It's
Oh.
It's an Alita meme.
Oh.
Oh, don't share that.
We were talking about Corey earlier.
No message from Bruce though.
Well, he's probably coming. Self problems.
You could text him, but
Mm-hmm. I still have to make that other stuff though. Look at what's he doing. He was just standing there staring down
I think
the hallway.
he wants some company.
You want some company?
But he wants to like go get in bed
Should
and
we hire
snuggle.
Benson a prostitute? To like just sit with him? Pay
Yeah,
for our
don't
time
do
anyway.
anything.
No, we're just paying for his time.
I should
Go hang out with Benson.
yeah.
Okay, go hang out with Benson.
Are you gonna stream Apex Legends with Bruce?
I don't. Oh, probably not. I'm gonna take a break because I think I need to do more cooking.
What Funhouse videos are coming out this week? Yeah, I usually like to, well, in the podcast, I usually like to tweet about what's coming out, but it's been pretty crazy. Let me see what's coming out.
Well, tomorrow is Dude Soup with Gus Johnson
Yeah.
and Eddie.
On Friday there's an Anthem gameplay.
Mm-hmm. We played Anthem. We'll see how that turned out.
Ooh, something special and new. Funhouse Animated on the weekend, and then My Boyfriend on
Ooh.
Sunday.
Funhouse Animated. Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thanks
Well,
guys for
yeah.
hanging out and coming by
Yeah.
again. I thought the game might be a little bit longer, but
I mean, we did an hour. We still had like about. I guess it restarted twice, but we still played about 45 minutes of that game. Bigger question. One play more split second. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Have a great night. Katie Bacon's telling us what videos are coming out this weekend. Have a great night, and maybe not too long before we do another one of these. I can just do it myself too.
well, I'm not gonna be here.
You're not gonna. Yeah, you're not gonna be here next week, so I won't have anything to do. I'll be lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. All right. I don't know who my favorite Apex Legend is because I haven't really played it. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.